Welcome to episode 98 of Cameron Sports Podcast. It's your host, Cameron Lindsay, back with a brand new episode. Today's episode is going to be a recap / aftermath of the 2025 NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. Now, the Oklahoma City Thunder did defeat the Indiana Pacers in 7 games. Congratulations to OKC, the organizations, the fans, but also congratulations on the Indiana Pacers on a great season, phenomenal season that I didn't see coming. I'm pretty sure every NBA fan, sports fans, did not see coming. It's sad to see what happened to Tyrese Halliburton and his tearing his Achilles, I think, yeah. And him most likely probably gonna miss all of next season or a majority of it. Sad to see that. He played phenomenal during the NBA playoffs. Multiple game winners. Sad to see that. But let's talk more about the NBA Finals. So if you go back to episode 96, you did see that I picked OKC in 6. And now I did get the series wrong, but game by game, I pretty much got right. And what I mean by that is, all right, game 1, I picked, if you saw my personal Facebook page, I picked Indiana over OKC in game 1. The reason is because I felt like that OKC being a heavy favorite, the number 1 seed, won 68 games. The Pacers a 4th seed that won way less games than OKC did. A team that we didn't see coming or making it to the NBA Finals. Like, I had the Pacers beating the Bucks in the first round, but I had them losing to Cleveland in the second round. But they ended up upsetting Cleveland. The reason I felt like they needed that win to make this series interesting, like to get people to watch. Like, okay, on paper, Pacers Thunder may not be the most attractive matchup, but if they go to OKC game 1, NBA Finals, and upset the Thunder, this could be a series. And that's what happened. Pacers ended up winning 111-110 in game 1. Pascal Siakam had 19 points. He went 7 for 15 from the field. Tyrese Halliburton had 14 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. SGA had a phenomenal game, 38 points, 14 of 30. I think he had 3 rebounds, 5 assists. OKC led for majority of that game, though. Funny thing is, like I said, they did lead majority of that game. Really, the game was kind of more of a heading towards a blowout. But Indiana kept crawling back, as they did before multiple times this postseason. And Lord behold, Tyrese Halliburton hit the game winner with 0.3 seconds left in that game with a long mid-range, hit it. That's the 3rd time this postseason that he had hit a game winner. He did it against Milwaukee. He did it against the Knicks in game 1, where he hit the shot that forced overtime. And when he hit the celebration, saying that they choked. But yeah, that I got that right. I went with my gut, and I felt like I think the Pacers needed that win more than OKC. Now in game 2, obviously, I wasn't gonna have OKC go down 2-0. I said I think the Thunder are gonna bounce back. They're gonna tie up this series, and this game was not really close. It was more of a blowout on the blowout end. SGA had another phenomenal game with 34 points, 11-21 from the field, 11-12 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Tyrese Halliburton had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Pascal Siakam had 15 points, but he went 3-11 from the field. Jalen Williams had 19 points, 5 of 14 from the field. So not everybody, Pascal, J-Dub as co-stars didn't play all that well. But SGA, of course, had a phenomenal game. They did bounce back as I thought they would, tied up the series. In game 3, like I said, went back to Indiana. I went with the Pacers because I felt like if this series does go 6 games, the Pacers need to win Game 3. And this game, like I said, it was a good game, close, and an unsuspected player stepped up in this game. Benedict Mathurin had 27 points, 9 of 12 from the field. He had a phenomenal game. Pascal Siakam had a great game too. He had 21 points, went 8 of 14 from the field. Jalen Williams had a great game for OKC, 26 points, 9 of 18 from the field. And SGA had a good game, normal game, maybe not to his standards, but he had 24 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and the Pacers ended up winning Game 3. Like I said, that definitely set the tone. I was watching multiple shows saying like, oh, they thought the Pacers were gonna win this series. I'm like, hold up, calm down. This series is not over. I know majority of the time a team that wins Game 3 probably does end up winning the series when it's tied at 1-1. But I think for this series to go 6 games, like I predicted in episode 96, the Pacers had to win that game. Now go to Game 4. Not really a blowout. Good game, good close game. SGA had a bounce back game, 35 points, 12 of 24 from the field. Perfect from the free throw line, 10 of 10. Jalen Williams had a great game, 27 points, 8 of 18 from the field. Chet Holmgren had a great game, 14 points, 15 rebounds. Pascal Siakam had 20 points, 6 of 15 from the field. Tyrese Halliburton had 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 rebounds, and 7 for 15 from the field. Thunder ended up winning this game, tying it 2 games apiece. So both teams ended up exchanging blows. So Pacers won a game in OKC. OKC won a game in Indiana. Now up to this point, the Pacers and OKC have yet to lose back-to-back playoff games at all. I think including the regular season, but especially the Pacers, they have yet to lose multiple games at home in the playoffs or even back-to-back losses. But that all changed in Game 5, where this game was more of a blowout, and Jalen Williams had a breakout game, 40 points, 14 of 25 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. SGA had a great game, 31 points, 9 of 21 from the field, 10 assists. Pascal Siakam had 28 points, 9 of 15 from the field. Now, Tyrese Halliburton, I was disappointed in this game. He played awful, and I like Tyrese Halliburton. I don't understand how players in the NBA voted him the most overrated. I don't think that's true at all, in my opinion, as a journalist and a fan. But I do gotta call it as it is. That was one of the most horrible games I ever seen by a star player in the NBA Finals. From what I can remember, I've seen some bad games in the NBA Finals, but this one was real bad. The worst I ever seen. 4 points, and he went 0 of 6 from the free throw, 0 of 6 from the floor. So he had 6 shots, didn't make any, and all his points came from the free throw line. He was 0 for 4 from the 3. He had 6 assists and 7 rebounds. That was not going to do it. This was the first time Indiana has lost back-to-back playoff games all season during the playoffs, especially in a while during the regular season. But this is the first time them losing multiple games back-to-back. Now, after that game, I felt like, again, like I said, I picked OK in 6. In that same game, Halliburton did get hurt. He did get injured. Looked like he hurt his Achilles lower leg. He had a lower leg injury. And there was a question that would he play in Game 6. So in Game 6, I said on my Facebook, I said I got to go with OKC. I did. I told my coworkers at my job, I said I'm going to stick with my pick even though I'm a little nervous that this could go, even though I'm not nervous. I'll correct myself. Not nervous, but I feel like it would be great if it does go a Game 7. I won't be mad. I won't be mad if I'm wrong and it does go 7 games. But I was like, you know what? As a journalist, I'm going to stick by my pick. I'm not going to switch up. I said 6 games. Y'all saw me say 6 games. I'm going 6. And plus, like I said, Tyrese Halliburton had a lower leg injury in Game 5. He played awful. There was been reports that he may or may not play, but then again, then it comes reports that he was going to play. I was like, okay, he's going to play, but is he really going to be 100%? If not, because if he's like only 50%, that's not going to be good enough in him, especially in the NBA Finals, facing an elimination game on your home court. So, but hey, Pacers came to play. This was it was a blowout. The game wasn't even close at all, and some unexpected players ended up stepping up in this game. Obi Toppin led the Pacers in scoring with 20 points. He went 6 of 12 from the field, 4 of 7 from the three-point line. Pascal Siakam had a good game. He had 16 points, 6 of 14 from the field. Tyrese Halliburton had a pretty good game, decent game. 14 points, 5 of 12 from the field. SGA had a okay game, but not to his standards. 21 points, 7-15 from the field, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Jalen Williams came back down to earth from his career high game of 40 points in Game 5. This game 6, he had 16 points and 6 of 13 from the field. Like I said, the Pacers came to play. I was like, okay, well, up to this point, I had got every game right. If you go to my personal Facebook page, if you saw my statuses I made, every game up to this point, I had got right. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, and Game 5. I was like, I was feeling good. I'm predicting these games as I see them, based off game by game. Like, so I really watch this. I do this. I don't just talk it or I think. Like, I see it. I watch these games. I know these players. But I commit I was wrong. Like, say, hey, I was like, okay, 5 out of 6 games. That's not bad at all. But I was like, okay, it's gonna be Game 7. You know, we all love Game 7, especially in the NBA or hockey or baseball. We love a Game 7, but especially in the NBA Finals. Game 7, I felt like I was like, okay, I didn't get Thunder in 6, but I'm still go OKC because, like I said in episode 96, when I made my NBA Finals predictions, I think the Thunder are the better team and they got the better player. Now, coach, I give that to the Pacers. Rick Carlisle is probably the better coach, but I had to go with the Thunder, and they ended up winning this game 103-91. A little bit of a blowout. Like I said, you know, some games were close, some games were blowouts. SGA had 29 points with 27 from the field, with 11 to 12 from the free throw line, with 12 assists. Jalen Williams had 20 points, 7 to 20 from the field. Chet Holmgren had a phenomenal game with 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 blocks, which is the most in the NBA Finals game, passing Kevin Garnett back in 2008 against my Lakers. And also with the Thunder winning the NBA Finals, SGA became the first player in NBA history to win league MVPs, scoring title, conference Finals MVP, and Finals MVP. Now, also, another history he made, he joins Michael Jordan, Shaq, I believe Kareem as players to lead the league in scoring, win Finals MVP, and regular season MVP in the same season. So he joins them. So SJ has been making history. This is one, you can say, one of the best seasons we've seen by a player. And with that being said, I wonder, is he the best player in the league right now? Because, you know, usually I see analysts like Stephen A. Smith, or Kendrick Perkins, even Shannon Sharp, and they wonder, like, hey, is that player the best player in the league because they won the title, like Jokic or SGA, or when Kawhi and the Raptors won in 2019. I have no problem with people saying SGA is the best player. Me personally, I would still go Jokic. Even though if I had a vote for MVP, I would have voted for Shea. I think Shea deserved it last year. If he would have won it last year, and let's say again this year, then yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah. But Jokic got 3 MVPs. And he's also NBA champion. It's close. I'm gonna do an episode. I'm gonna make my top 20 players in the league currently. But it's close. But I wouldn't have no problem with other analysts, professional sports journalists putting SGA as the best player in the league currently because he did win regular season MVP. He did win Western Conference Finals MVP. He did win Finals MVP and the NBA championship. Like I said, he joins Michael Jordan, Shaq, and Kareem as players to win league MVP, lead the league in scoring, Finals MVP, and the NBA championship, and all in the same season. He's the first player in NBA history to win league MVP, scoring title, conference finals MVP, and Finals MVP. So yeah, that's definitely something you have to take into consideration when thinking is SGA the best player in the league. But I would have him right now. I could change my mind. Like I said again, I'm still thinking about it because when I make lists like top 10 players or top 20, I really think about it. I go stats, the last couple of years or what they did last year. Like I said, injuries or accomplishments in the past few years. I go based off of that or the previous season. So I got that to consider also. But if I think, I would have Jokic 1, SGA 2, Giannis 3. In that order right now, if I had the top 3 players right now, again, I have to sit down and really think about it. Like, okay, SGA did make history. He said, so I really would have to take that into consideration, but I can't forget what Jokic just did. Jokic just averaged 29 points, 10 assists. He had a career high in rebounds with 12, 13 rebounds. He averaged pretty much a 30-point triple-double. And I told my coworkers at work, because we was talking about who we started the franchise with, I said Jokic because I get Jokic. The way he plays is not the most prettiest or the sexiest of basketball, but neither was Tim Duncan, and he's the greatest power forward of all time. They call him fundamental. He played the right way on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, won multiple championships, won two MVPs. And the way he played was not sexy, or you could say boring. Maybe you could. Jokic, he ain't never seen nothing like that. Passing big man, Jokic is going to get his regardless. I've seen some of the best defenders in the world guard Jokic, like AD. And yeah, AD will get some block shots, but he's not going to shut down Jokic completely. Like, Jokic is going to get his. SGA can have a bad game. You can put somebody on him. And, is he going to get his? Like I said, a couple games, he didn't have all that great games up to his standards. Jokic is going to get his regardless. A bad game for him probably may be if Jokic has 30 points and 5 assists and 8 turnovers, that's a bad game for Jokic. 30 points, 5 assists and 8 turnovers, that's a bad game for Jokic because he usually gets double digits assists. That would be a bad game for Jokic. He may get a 4th MVP, so that's why I have to. What Jokic has done the past few years, I just can't go based. I'm a journalist. I'm gonna keep it real. I just can't go based off of just 1 year. I gotta also take the past few years. Jokic didn't win MVP last year, even though I would have voted for SGA, but he won MVP. He almost did this year. It wasn't like the voting was unanimous. Jokic, it was close. Jokic could have won this year. But the reason not is because SGA led the league in scoring again. OKC has 68 wins. They was the number 1 seed for the 2nd year in a row. But yeah, I definitely will consider it, look more into it when I make my top 20 players list. This list, I'm gonna try to really select who I think is a superstar, who I think is a star. And, it may upset some feathers. Some people may agree with me. Some people may not. But hey, it is what it is. This is journalism. This is my list. I'm gonna take my time on my list when I get to it, and yeah, we'll see. But like I said, yeah, I 6 out of 7 games. That's not bad. Again, the proof. If you want to see, go on my personal Facebook at Cameron Lindsay. Doing it, you probably have to scroll all the way down. Each game, I did get almost every game right, literally, except for Game 6. Because, like I said, again, I thought Tyrese Halliburton was not going to play. He got hurt. And also, he did get hurt in Game 7. That's when he tore his Achilles. And in the first quarter, too, he was playing phenomenal. He had 9 points already, I think, on like he was like, I think he only missed 1 or 2 shots. He had 9 points already in the first quarter. And looked like he was going to have a great game. And shout out to SGA after the game, going to check on Tyrese. I hate to see that happen to a great player like him. Really, players like Tyrese, Dame, who else? Kyrie tearing their Achilles or the ACL, and most likely they're gonna miss all of next year or majority. I hate to see that, but yeah, I do apologize for this episode. Taking a little while. I haven't been feeling all the way well. A little headache, and of course with work, and of course Alex, I was watching NBA Finals, so I was really focusing. I didn't want to make an episode until after the NBA Finals. So this recap / aftermath episode is after the NBA Finals. Just like I'm gonna do with the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm gonna talk about that in my next episode. But yeah, again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe on every video that you can or watch. It doesn't matter anytime you can watch them. They're always gonna be up. I always appreciate the support. Follow me on all social medias. Twitter. My podcast page is on Twitter X, Facebook, Instagram. And of course you got my YouTube channel, of course that. But yeah, follow me on those. I'll have them in the description. And of course, you can find me on. Like I said, I'll have them typed in at the end of the video. You'll see that. But yeah, if you want to touch down with Cam, let's make that a trend. Touchdown with Cam. Let's make that a trend. We're gonna get it going and turn that into something big that I can grow with y'all. And I want to get a shout out to one of my coworkers, Tim. He came up with that, and he was like, touchdown with Cam can really be your own, like my own slogan. And shout out to him. I'll forever be grateful for Tim, aka El Ray. He raps too. He one of my coworkers on first shift who I work with, and he makes good music, beats, everything. So he came up with touchdown with Cam. So shout out to him. But yeah, if you want to touch down with Cam, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, or get your coworkers, get your friends, get your associates to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get 300 subscribers by the end of this year. We're not far off, so let's get there. But I appreciate each one of y'all tuning in. This is your favorite host, Cameron Lindsay, signing out. I'll catch y'all next time for another episode. Y'all take care.